What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video, and today I've got October updates, two pretty sick update that I missed apparently, and so I'm assuming a lot of you guys may have missed it too. It's going to help hone the problem of never getting the cards you want, which means more build diversity on the seasonal realms. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little news video. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so like I said, I'm a little late to the party here, but if I'm late to the party and my life revolves around this, it's pretty likely that a lot of you guys don't even know what's going on yet either. So let me go ahead and go over these updates, and then for those of you that do already know, you can follow along, and I'll be giving my personal opinion on it as well, so we can talk about that in the comment section. So yeah, let's get into the first update. New Dark Moon ticket rewards. You buy your skill cards, there's also new UI, and a spooky bonus weekend, which just passed, doesn't even matter, my bad Ascension team. But yeah, moving on. So, it says, Silas Dark Moon now offers normal, uncommon, rare, and epic skill cards, both normal and golden, guys, for Dark Moon tickets. Now, I talked about Dark Moon tickets in the last update video. They didn't have a purpose yet, but I believe my suggestion was that hopefully we can buy skill cards with them. We're also adding Dark Moon tickets to the game, which are going to be things that you get for exchanging your cards now from Silas, and they haven't added anything for them yet, but they're teasing us here, saying, hey, you're going to be able to spend those tickets on something good. I have a feeling that that might actually be the skill card of your choice. I actually think that might be what it is. Now, if they get the price wrong, and they do have, I'm not trying to be mean, but they do have a habit of making the prices inaccessible for casual players, and even regular Joes, normal humans, but I still think it should be like maybe, you know, like 50 cards for a rare, maybe 75 cards for an epic. That's just what I think personally, maybe 100 cards for an epic, but I don't want to see it in the, you know, the mid hundreds or even the thousands, because then they're approaching retail level of design where they just make you, it's like allied races, right? It's like they make you grind on something you don't want to even have fun on, you don't want to play, and therefore it sucks the fun out of it for you because you have fun playing a actual character you want to play, and that character you want to be a certain race, and now you're barred from that. You have to do boring crap basically to get to the fun stuff. Nobody wants that. But if it was like, you know, maybe you level up once and prestige once, and then by then you've, you know, bought enough cards to where you finally have enough to get the ability you want, that's a great pace. Then you could prestige 2 more times and you can get another, and by the time you've fully gotten the prestigious title, you could build one full character. You know, if that was the case, you would essentially have to prestige a character fully, all the way to, you know, the max prestige and get the I think it's 10, right? So just say 10 times before you'd have enough perfect cards guaranteed on average, let's say. So I'm on my way to Orgrimmar to take a look at this so we can just look at it together real quick. But while we're going there, I just want to say, while this is an absolutely amazing change, and a change that fundamentally warps the game for many players, because here's what it does. Number one, people who were casual can actually potentially have fun now in a way they couldn't before, but also number two, people who were one ability away and they were really unlucky, they can finally grind it out, and that's going to be great. Okay, so what's the bad? Because you knew I was going to lead up to that. Well, the bad seems to be that because they released it so late, when so many people have already done the grind fest. I mean, how many people are prestigious already? I see them all the time. Prestigious means they prestiged like 10 plus times probably, and the fact of the matter is, most of that, they probably didn't get any cards. And so I know it sucks to think, or to even insinuate that they should, you know, retroactively give everybody their Dark Moon tickets based on what they've actually already accomplished, because this should have been something that was in the season to begin with. You know, it's that pivotal. It fixes a system of the game that everybody plays with, right, which is the draft system. That's pivotal. But I bet that would be damn near impossible to do. So a little salty in there, a little sour, I guess, but overall a big old sweet positive change. This is Silas. You can see now we have the Dark Moon ticket prizes. Just as a point of comparison, as someone who plays this game a lot, I only have 177 Dark Moon tickets from, you know, when they allowed me to get Dark Moon tickets and when I played this guy. And so, you know, this obviously punishes you if you play an alt, because you'll have comparatively less tickets on an alt, you know, if you made multiple alts, because you can't send them between alts, than you would if you just mained one character. So it's inherently damning for someone like me. But even so, I've prestiged the equivalent of a prestigious character, just not all on one guy. So let's see what 177 tickets will get me, and if it gets me literally nothing, I can give you guys a wonderful point of comparison, a frame of reference rather, for, you know, how easy these will be to acquire, and also how realistic it is, right? Like, is it designed well, or is it garbage? So, Dark Moon ticket prices. The first thing I like about it is obviously it's just organized nicely. So, skill cards, golden skill cards, cosmetics, and toys. I guess we can look at cosmetics and toys first. Alright, so 3,500 tickets for Dark Moon Dirigible. There's no way I'm saying it right. Wait, is that supposed to be gerbil? I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. You can't look at it, right? Interesting. Dark Moon Top Hat. I can look at that. That's 1,000 tickets, dude. 1,000. Dark Moon Hammer. Now, I'm okay with these ticket prices so far, to be honest with you, because this would be something you grind it off on the side. Once you've perfected a character. Only the people that want to do something like this will ever accomplish it, and I think that's perfectly fine. I like the goggles. I think a lot of people will, I mean, 250 is not going to be hard to get. I could easily prestige 1 or 2 more times and feel perfectly comfortable with that to bust out goggles if I wanted to, because think about it, you could then transmog this and always have pretty sick looking goggles, if you ask me. So I think that's a pretty nice little thing. Alright, what about the cards though? Dark Moon ticket prizes, skill cards. Okay, what's a skill card I actually would want right now? Well, let's just take a look at Mage. Oh my god. Okay, so if you want an epic card, 2,500 tickets. Why? I just don't get it. You can't only build your systems around the sweatiest people on the planet. My life is almost dedicated to this game, if you think about it, guys. So that's why I feel like it's significant. You could listen to a guy who plays a lot tell you this is good for them, or you could listen to a guy play a lot and tell you this is not good in general. Okay, because that's how I feel. It should all be cut in more than half, you know? Arcane Explosion, really? 5, really? Arcane Explosion? That's a green. You don't even actually have to card this. It's so easy to just get for playing the game. You know what I mean? Like, Scorch is a green. And this is the frame of reference as well, right? You really have to keep this in mind, guys. Hopefully we've learned one thing from my videos, and that is that greens are just not something you have to card. They're so incredibly easy to get. I mean, you have to be disproportionately unlucky, far unluckier than I've ever claimed to be, to not get the green that you need. You know what I mean? Not only that, but green skill cards drop obviously the most, and they're so easy to get. You can get whatever you want without even trying. So I want you guys to use that as your frame of reference. Understand that something that is essentially worthless, that if it was worth gold in this game, would be probably like 1 gold. I'm not even shitting you. Is 500 Dark Moon tickets. That's all I'm gonna say. I know there are some people out there that can grind things and they have no sadness about it, no matter how boring it is, and then they'll get the Dragon's Breath they want, you know? I also know that if I was retroactively awarded tickets for all the times I prestiged, I would easily have enough to get at least one of these epics. I don't know exactly, but I would assume at least one. So I would have already earned it, and I get that. So why couldn't I earn it again? I could, and I probably will. But I just don't get it. Why charge so much? I mean, I'm gonna end the rant right there, but come on. I predicted this, and I said basically it could be horrible. The literal worst thing they could do is this. And then I ended it, and I thought to myself, they're either not going to add it, but there's no way they fuck it up. As another point of comparison for this, by the way, my Lorak character that I just made a video on, who has not been played since they introduced Dark Moon tickets, and therefore has one entire prestige on him, and a bunch of cards and all the stuff that happened. You saw it, literally. He has 98 Dark Moon tickets. If I play a character the way that I did on Lorak, which was enough for me to find time to edit everything and put a video out, that I'm only going to get 1/25th of an epic card. Yeah, man. You're telling me, oh god, never mind. I'm just going to end it with that. Okay, moving on with the news, I guess. We've got Mythic Plus reward updates now, which is pretty interesting. Number 1, Mythic Cash's cap now carries over week to week like arena points, meaning you're always going to be able to get that cap, even if you take a break. That's going to be really, really good for catching up on gear, as they say. So that's a good casual change, which I'm always going to support, because I think a lot of us in our echo chamber on the internet, we often forget that we're here because we play a lot, and most people don't, you know? And you don't want to alienate them, because then you don't have anybody to play with. Okay, number 2, all Mythic Plus completions now reward 15 what they call Mythic coins to buy any Mythic piece and upgrade them. Awesome. And you can also upgrade your Mythic Plus items plus 1 level. 4 coins as well at Edrim. Okay, very, very nice. Awesome change overall. Then they give you an idea of what it looks like. So, you go, you talk to them, and you say, I want to upgrade my Starfire Tiara Mythic 1 to a Mythic 2 version. It's irreversible, 521 Mythic coins. Okay, based on what they just said, 25 runs is 1,250 coins, so you're doing a little bit less than half of that to get 1 upgrade on your character. We're looking at probably 12 runs. Okay, this is cool. A new Mythic UI Overhaul where they do their own original UI, which is something Ascension is 100% known for. It's what made them stand out among many other things very early on. So I think it looks good. They're going with the, what's going to become the glyph system in Wrath type of thing, and then expanding upon it. Kind of giving me some, Battle for Azeroth vibes, but I like it. That's awesome. I'm always gonna 100% support custom stuff. That's just sick. Okay, and we're getting Mythic Plus levels 11 through 20, and Champions. Champions are empowered creatures in dungeons with their own affix, and Champions will be required kill completion for these higher levels of Mythic Plus. Champions will gain additional challenging effects specific to the weakest affixes as you ascend to higher Mythic levels. They give you an example of some of these. So defense rating is increased by 10, dodge chance increase, so some flat defense basically. Damage taken above 1% of this creature's total health pool is reduced by 50%. What the hell? Okay, that's interesting. And then 20 plus, these are some, you got to think about that. Like, very few people are ever going to see Mythic 20 plus. It's just fascinating. Casts unyielding sovereignty upon reaching 50% health. Immune to all physical auras. Oh man, Mythic 20 plus. Okay. We've also got World Boss Spawn page. This is something I like because it's kind of like the RuneScape high scores, right? It's like a reason to go to their website. Nobody gives a shit about anybody's website anymore for their video game as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm aware. But we're having one added to Ascension, and that is a World Boss Spawn page that tells you when all of the world bosses are going to spawn. This is going to be freaking fantastic for regular normal people. Once again, a wonderful casual normal human change that just lets you know, hey, Cetus is going to spawn. Let me either prep for that so I can join a group, or hey, maybe you'll just see more groups being formed, because I know a lot of people were just confused. Like, they had no idea when these things were going to be alive. They never knew. It was just like a piece of content that felt barred, even though I will say all of these are super easy and things you can easily do, so you should get into them. It's not difficult. And those are the major updates. So, I mean, we had a lot to say about the Mythic Plus reward overhaul, and let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Do you think that the ticket prices are actually fine? Let me know. Maybe I have my head in the sand, but I just have a feeling that if I don't like something, it's very likely with how much I play this game. And if I don't like something because it makes me play more, let's say, more than I want to, or it's forcing you to do something you don't want to do. I feel like a lot of people probably agree with that. You don't always have to take shit, you know what I mean? Sometimes things should just be good immediately, or, whatever that may mean. So I don't know, I'm just tossing my 2 cents out there. Now, it's kind of your position to toss your 2 cents back at me into the void of the comment section, and we can see, what do people actually think in the community. Maybe I'll do a poll for it as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Mcdoubles out.